Let's have fun today and talk about what makeup trends are in and what's out for 2025. And at the end of the video, you guys tell me if you agree with these or not. First trend that we have that is out is the glossy skin. We've seen this trend for several years now. The very glossy cheeks, glossy skin, very shiny. For those of you who have oily skin, I know you're excited to see this trend go out the door. What is in instead is going to be cloud skin. We've seen this picked up in other countries like Korea for the last year or two, where it's a semi-matte finish to the skin. We still have a little bit of dewiness placement, kind of like what I have here, but there's a little bit of dewiness on the cheeks. But if you guys notice, the rest of my skin is demi-matte. It's not super matte and flat. It's not very shiny. It's not that glass skin. We call it cloud skin, where it is like a demi-matte to satin finish. The best way to achieve that is by using satin finish foundations, or when you apply powder, use just a little bit and just put it in the T-zone. Kind of what I've been teaching for the last couple years or so, I feel like is on trend. But glassy skin is out, cloud demi-matte skin is in. Next trend that is out is the cream and liquid brushes dominating the scene. Now, does that mean that we are going to stop wearing them? No, absolutely not. Especially for me, if I'm over 40, I need a cream blush to give me a little bit of dewiness to my skin because I need it. But is the general public going to be buying up a ton of cream and liquid blushes? No, we're actually going back to powders. Powder blushes are making a resurgence, but they're coming back more in the baked type formulas. We're seeing this come out with brands like Revie Beauty. It has one of my favorite blushes. Let me put it on to show you all. It's a great way to wear blush and have it be that soft, diffused type of look instead of that really bright, glossy cream type of formula that we've been seeing last year. Now it still pops of color, but it's a little bit softer and more diffused, which a baked blush is going to get you. So I like applying something like this on top of the cheeks. And do you see how it just gives a nice, it's like a cloud type effect. Everything is about very soft, very baked, natural, demi-matte, and that's what the baked blushes do. So I really love the Revie Beauty one. For drugstore, I know Milani has some great baked blushes as well. So that's the trend we're seeing now. The cream and liquid blushes are out, baked blushes are in. Next trend that is out is multi-step, complicated skincare routines. We have seen the 10-step skincare program. Trust me, I have been part of this club where I've done multiple layers, you guys, and I think everyone now is just tired. We are tired. We don't have the time to do 10-step skincare routines. So what we're seeing now is everyone is simplifying their skincare routine, but using products that have multi-purpose ingredients in there. So we're seeing moisturizers with ceramides in there, peptides, hyaluronic acid. They have multiple ingredients that are in one formula to multi-purpose its use and give you the most bang for the buck. So that's the formulas that I've been seeing from the labs that I've been working with in skincare and beauty is multi-purpose products. Even serums and things, we're starting to combine ingredients together. So you're using one product to give you multiple effects. Next trend that we're seeing going out is the bare eyeshadow looks, where basically we're not wearing eyeshadow at all, or we're just doing a little bit of liner along lashes. Kind of what I have now. I don't really have much on. That trend we're starting to see fade out. And what is coming in is one and done pearlescent finish eyeshadows. I've been doing this for a good last half of the year. We've seen it already come in. It's going to stay strong for next year. And that's where you can take shadows like this. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Terra Moon eyeshadows. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I'll list in the description box my favorites. I don't make money from the brand, you guys. I just love supporting women-owned businesses. So that's my favorite. But also another women-owned business that's really popular on TikTok is Adriana Nicole Cosmetics. She has these beautiful pearlescent colors that you can take and you just dip your finger in. And what we're doing now is we're just tapping that shadow on. Look how gorgeous that is, you guys. So it's one and done because we don't have time for multiple makeup looks, you guys. Now we want something soft and easy. So taking something like this and literally just patting it on the lid to give you that kind of pearlescent effect. And then you can just take any sort of brush and really diffuse it out. And do you see how it gives such a beautiful pearlescent look to the eyes? Absolutely gorgeous. So that's what we're seeing on trend right now is kind of the iridescent finishes. Tap your finger, pat it on your lids and go. And that's our eyeshadow looks with some mascara and out the door. Gorgeous. Another thing that is in for this year is modern retro pastel eyes. And that's where we take lavenders, pastel blues, pastel greens, yellows, and we're doing it in kind of a matte or satin finish and dusting that all over the lid. It kind of gives you that retro 1960s vibes. That's what we're seeing on the runway. It's actually really wearable for all ages. So if you guys want to step away from the iridescent look and try something a bit more matte finish pastel, same idea. Take your finger or a brush, pat that pastel all over the lid, really easy to kind of do almost like a diffuse soft smoky eye, but with pastels. And blue seems to be the top color that I think is coming in for next year with the pastels is blue. Baby blue, you guys. The 60s and the 80s are back. Next thing that we're seeing coming in is the colorful lashes. It kind of had a moment in early 2024 and then it disappeared for a minute and now it's back in full force. Having colored mascaras like this where it's a bright blue, a bright green, a bright pink, all of these fun, really bright colored lashes is coming in, and a great way to wear that, you all, that can make it still wearable is to keep the eyes very simple and then just put on the colored mascara and taking the same color mascara in an eyeliner and kind of smudging it along the lash line so you really get a pop of blue or purple, whatever color it is that you want to do. It's a great way to wear it where you have just a little bit of eyeliner, colored mascara, keep the rest of the face super easy and light. It just looks very fresh and on trend for 2025. Another trend that is out is the over bronzing and the over contouring. Contouring's been out for a couple years unless we're doing it very strategically just to add dimension to the face, but we're not doing the strong contours. We haven't for a minute, but bronzing is also taking kind of a back seat, and what we're doing instead is what I like to call blush touring. Some editors online are calling it blonzers. Bronzers with a blush, blonzers. Let me show you an example, you guys. So you're gonna pick a blush that has almost like a muted brownie taupe color or like a plummy, just very muted and a little bit deeper. It's almost like a bronzer and a blush had a baby, and that is a blonzer. And you're going to apply it almost as you would a bronzer. So you can take a brush like this. This is the BK 115 brush. I'm really loving this brush right now. And take a color like this. Do you see how it's kind of a tawny color? It's like a blush and bronzer had a baby. And we're going to apply this a little bit lower on the face and then start to bring it up. And it gives you a blushed effect, but we're using it like a contour and a blush in one. So we start here and then bring it up, and it just adds dimension to the face, but in kind of a colorful way. Look how pretty that is. That's definitely what we're seeing for 2025 is the blush touring or the blonzing. Next thing that is headed out is the nude brownie type lips. We are going more into cool tones now. So cool tones have been in for the last year or two as far as the eyes go. We've seen lots of cool tone, like grungy type eyeshadow palettes with grays, silvers, roses. Things are very cool tone. The same thing is happening with the lips. So we're not doing colors like this. Let me show you guys some examples. These are the NYX Butter Glosses. The kind of brown type of lip is out. And what we're seeing is more cool toned pinks. So this is now coming out. Now we're going into the pinks and mauves. It's kind of what I'm wearing right now, which is actually, let me show you guys. It's the lip liner by Maybelline. This is a cool color. It's phenomenal. It's called Gone Grayish. I'll link to it below if you guys want. That's the lip liner I have now. But the one color, if I had to pick one lipstick that is the lipstick of 2025, it is the YSL Love Shine in the color 44. It's the only, I gotta swatch this for you guys. It's what I'm wearing today as well. It is the only pink lipstick that is light, that's cool toned. We are not doing warm tones on the lips this year. We're doing cool tones. And this is flattering on everyone from fair all the way to deep skin because it still has some color and depth to it, but it is a light pink. So it still gives you kind of the effect of a nude lipstick, but it's not warm brown, it's leaning cool. That is our lip trend for 2025. Beautiful, right? Such a gorgeous color. You guys, I even bought it Christmas time. They had a special edition of it, of this one. It's a sparkly version of it. I was so excited to get my hands on this, you all. I gotta swatch it for you. It's a shimmery version of it. We're going back to the early 2000s, you all, with the lips. You remember the frosty kind of pink lipsticks with the shine? Look at that. So that's number 44, the special edition one, like this, and this is the traditional 44. They're both absolutely beautiful. So that's the color range we're looking for the lips on the nude side, but leaning cool. Do you agree with these trends or not? Which ones of these would you try in 2025?